Please stand for the pledge. Ready, begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good morning, Carlsbad. Obviously a lot to cover on today's rainy Friday morning. To start off the show, Athletic Director Miss Waters will be live in the studio to discuss the future of spring sports here at Carlsbad. We'll also get the reaction of many CHS students who are involved in clubs at the school and to see how their activities have been affected for the rest of the year.
Then Nick Francis is going to be live on the Magic Window to talk about how to stay positive during this outbreak. We're also going to hear from students in Georgia to see how this virus is affecting students from all the way across the nation.
Let's get this show started. I'm Nate Mills.
I'm Eli Benson.
And CHSTV
starts right now.
Good morning, Carlsbad. The deadline to turn in an application for ASB and class council and elected appointed positions for the 2020-2021 school year is today. Applications are available in the ASB room.
Now we're going to step away to Bergen, who is live with Amanda Waters, our athletic director, for an update on school mandated guidelines concerning sports. Bergen.
Good morning, Carlsbad. I'm Bergen Griskin, and I'm here live with our athletic director, Amanda Waters, to talk about the sports cancellations due to the coronavirus. So, Amanda, can you please tell me what specific sports have been canceled?
Last night about 9 o'clock, we got notification that all sports practices and games will be canceled till March 31st, and that was a directive from superintendents of North County Conference, CIF. They all kind of got together and had that conversation.
Okay, you said March 31st, but can you tell me possibly how much longer is this going to last for?
What I'm excited about, at least, if there is a positive, is that they've just postponed at this point. They haven't canceled seasons, is I think what we're really trying to stop. So the districts listened, the superintendents listened, and we're hoping that it's just a postponement until the 31st, but I think they'll reevaluate around that time to see if it goes longer.
Okay, and awesome. This is a huge call to make, a big decision. So can you tell me, like, the process of leading up to making that call?
I think a lot of the superintendents reach out to their athletic directors at the schools, and I think the consensus was the same. I know at least in North County that we really like to try to save for the seniors, those senior nights and playoffs. If we can, postpone now, maybe it will help them to be able to finish their seasons is what the hope is.
Yeah, there are a lot of athletes feeling defeated. They're missing out possibly on high school sports experience, as well as seniors possibly missing out on senior nights. Can you maybe say something to them, give them some advice?
It's really hard when you have NBA and a lot of the big named sports groups canceling. But I will tell you that from the athletic director world and the school world and the superintendent world, we're really trying to not cancel. We're trying to just postpone, and we're doing everything we can to do that. So if everybody can try to stay as positive as possible and look at the positives in it, getting a few weeks off now could hopefully help save it at the end.
Yeah, 100% agree. Carlsbad, make sure to stay tuned for upcoming information, and that's all I have for you today, Carlsbad. I'm going to send it back to the desk.
Thank you, Bergen and Amanda, for that information. We will continue with updates upon release of new information. If you are in a club, please plan on coming to the old gym during lunch for pictures on the 17th, 18th, and 19th. Please refer to the schedule on School Loop for exact times and rules.
On Saturday, April 11th, Discover Cal State San Marcos Day will be open to the public. Learn about student clubs, academic departments, student life resources, and more. Log on to School Loop to sign up. Now we're going to have Nick Francis on the Magic Window to talk a little bit about how to stay positive during this virus, as well as new information. Nick?
Thank you, Nate, and I am standing here to talk to you guys about how to stay positive through disheartening images like this, as well as disheartening cancellations, foregoings or postponements of athletic events, music events, concerts, etc. So it does put a damper on a lot of people's years and a lot of people's plans they had for their years, but this is all done with the intention of flattening the curve, which hopefully spreads out the number of cases and stops the spread just enough so that we never have too many cases that pass the level that our infrastructure can handle, mainly our hospital beds, and hopefully in doing this we will be able to reevaluate at a further time and then adjust to daily life and bring things back to normal quicker because we are attacking with prudence early on. So right now, the coronavirus is very ubiquitous throughout the United States, and hopefully by attacking this and containing cross-spread between cities, localities, and states, we will be able to stop the spread, and then eventually, maybe we'll get to walk at graduation and have those experiences that are right now currently in question. And some good news, actually, Roche Pharmaceuticals last night, they just got their emergency coronavirus test approved. This drastically speeds up the rate at which we can test for the coronavirus and expands our capacity, which is good in gaining useful diagnostics to help allocate emergency resources and relief to those in need. So right now it's really a unique time that we're living, and the best thing you can do to help stay positive is document your experience. Whether you're living in a small town like Carlsbad that has one of the largest tourist destinations in the world, or you live in a city that's being affected by the coronavirus, or you live in a rural area and you're not feeling the coronavirus as much as people are on the front lines, you can just document your history that you're feeling right now and share it to the world. I'm going to send it back to you, Eli.
Thank you for that, Nick. Helen Woodward Animal Center is looking for volunteers for their 2020 Spring Break Critter Camp. Volunteer shifts are from 8 to 3:30. There's a mandatory training. This is working with children, not animals. See School Loop for details. The Weekend Medical Academy is a 3-day program to help students interested in a career in nursing to understand the education and career requirements, as well as the different possibilities within the field. Students will explore the unique and exciting world of nursing during a variety of sessions. See School Loop to sign up.
Maddie Ward stands with choir to get their reaction on the outbreak and how it has impacted their program.
Good morning, Carlsbad. My name is Maddie Ward, and as most of you know, there have been a lot of closures with sports and other organizations on campus, and this has impacted choir. So, Kayleen, how exactly has this impacted choir, especially this weekend?
So we actually had a competition at Hart this weekend, and unfortunately it has been canceled, and all of our other competitions in March have also been canceled. We're still waiting on April, but that's our current situation right now.
I'm really sorry about that. I'm hoping you guys can keep a positive outlook and hopefully things change in April. And Noah, how exactly has this impacted you personally and the other choir students as well?
Yeah, so obviously a lot of us are really bummed and really sad that that might be the end of our competition season and that we're not getting the chance to showcase our set to other groups again, but we're all trying to stay positive and just kind of look to the future.
That's really great that you guys are keeping that positive outlook. And Lala, so how are you guys planning to move forward? What are you guys doing exactly in choir right now?
So today in class we were working on our songs for the pop show, and we're trying to plan an assembly for all the performing arts groups that have had cancellations. And if problems persist, we are trying to figure out a way to do a virtual choir so we can still do what we love from home.
That's really amazing that you guys are finding ways to overcome this. I know it's been really hard, Carlsbad, but just keep that positive outlook and things will get better. Make sure you're washing your hands out there, staying safe and healthy. It's all I have for today. I'm going to send it back to the anchors.
Earlier in the year, CHSTV and Alpharetta High School in Georgia had a broadcasting student exchange. Our very own JJ Meeser spent time across the nation and made some new connections, one of them being Sam Genet. Right now, we're going to hear from Sam on how this sickness has affected his community in the South.
Hi, my name is Sam Genet, and I go to Alpharetta High School in Alpharetta, Georgia. And within the past week, my school has gone from regular 5 days a week to we went on Monday, we missed Tuesday and Wednesday, and we went back yesterday. And this was all due to a teacher in our county testing positive for the coronavirus. And yesterday we went back and we had to take a ton of surveys and fill out Google forms and stuff all throughout the day to make sure we all had device at home, internet access at home, and knew how to access our teachers' websites. And for at least the next 2 weeks, starting Monday, I will be having online classes and doing all my work from home.
Thank you, Sam, for that update. We wish you and your community the best. Interested in taking advanced theater? Auditions will take place on April 23rd and 24th and are open to all grade levels. See School Loop for more details, or see Mr. Fall Rivas in room 5002. The Department of Rehabilitation, in partnership with the North County Coastal Career Center, would like you to compete in our upcoming spring 2020 Youth Job Fair. This will take place May 1st from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m.
The list of people affected goes on. One of Speech and Debate's biggest tournaments of the year has been canceled. JJ Meeser is live with the team to get their reaction.
Good morning, Carlsbad. I'm standing here with Rashab and Noel from Speech and Debate. So Rashab, you guys had a debate next weekend. Can you tell me what that debate was and what happened to it?
Yeah, so it was like this, probably like one of the biggest tournaments of our whole season. It was a national qualifying tournament, and unfortunately, because of the coronavirus, it got canceled. Like, it was a really big one. Like, people from like LA would come to down here in San Diego to have a competition, and like if you got like top 3 or top 4, then you can go to nationals, which is like a big tournament, which happens in like New Mexico, I think, this year. So like really bummed about that.
And explain to me just the moments leading up until you found out. Just what was your initial reaction to finding out that this was canceled?
So along with the national qualifying tournament, our state tournament also got canceled. It was scheduled to happen in April. So probably our seniors were probably the most disappointed about that, because they've worked all 4 years just for this big tournament, and unfortunately got to have canceled. But even for us underclassmen and juniors, it was really disappointing, because our whole season, our whole year, we're working up to this point, and it just was gone.
And Noel, explain to me how you guys are kind of bouncing back from this huge loss and devastation.
Right, so in class right now, we're actually doing our own debate against each other. It's like a philosophical debate, and we're going to have winners eventually. So that's kind of what we're doing to get our mind off it. But again, my heart hurts for all the seniors who this was their last year to go to state.
All right, well, very sad to hear this, you guys. Thank you for coming on and talking about this. Now I'm going to send it back to Nate Mills at the desk.
Miracosta ambassadors will be on campus every Thursday and Friday morning in the counseling office. Stop by to learn more about the school, academic programs, financial aid, or get some help submitting your application. Visits are open to all juniors and seniors. Sign up on Naviance to attend.
Jared Barnes is now standing by to give us a look at what's coming up on CHSTV. Jared?
Good morning, Carlsbad. I hope you guys are all feeling well. Next week on the show, we're going to have a story on a robotics team and the boys and girls behind that. If you guys got any more story ideas, be sure to DM us at CHSTV Worldwide on both Twitter and Instagram. And now, I'm going to send it back to Nate and Eli with some breaking news about the virus.
Thank you, Jared. And yes, we have some breaking news. San Diego Unified and Los Angeles Unified School Districts have just been shut down. It is effective on March 16th, and it will be ending on April 6th. This does not include Carlsbad Unified School District. San Diego is more south in the city area. So stay safe out there, Carlsbad. Have a great weekend, and hopefully we'll see you guys Monday. Bye.
Bye, Carlsbad.